Secretary, Universal Basic Education Commission, UBEC, Dr. Hamid Bobboyi, has expressed worry over the poor learning outcomes in basic education despite huge intervention by the federal government. The UBEC boss gave the indication while declaring open a one-day workshop for Council for Regulation of Engineers in Nigeria, COREN inspectors for monitoring of UBEC/SUBEBS Matching Grant intervention projects in 36 states and FCT. Bobboyi, who was reacting to report by United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, that Nigeria is faced with staggering learning crisis, with about 70% of children in schools cannot read and write, blend the development to factors including recruitment of unqualified teachers by some state governments, lack of regular professional training programs for teachers, among others.
This is a real challenge that UBEC, now working with its own stakeholders, had been discussing, and we are in collaboration with UNICEF, as we have mentioned earlier, also going to have a large-scale assessment of learning achievement in the country, that can go into the details of understanding where these problems are and what we need to do at the end of the day to improve the learning outcomes. I think this is something that is work in progress to ensure that we can make that difference, because there is no justification of all the investments when at the end of the day the child in the classroom is not learning.
Bobboyi further attributed the development to reasons for the partnership with COREN to ensure infrastructure built in public schools across the country are of standard quality.
The furniture that is supplied is the kind of standard furniture that can last. The construction that is done in terms of the classrooms is standard, and no compromises has been done. The renovation that is also done is the kind of renovation that is adding value, not complicating, isn't it? Just plastering paints and so on and so forth, and arguing that, yeah, we have renovated, or we have rehabilitated, or we have done whatever, isn't it, the technical term is. We are bringing in COREN for that purpose, and I'm very glad that COREN did not hesitate. When we talk to COREN, this is also our role, our responsibility, to make sure that any infrastructure, any engineering infrastructure that is put, isn't it, on the ground, has our own blessing and our own certification, and can add value to our educational sector.
Meanwhile, Registrar of COREN, Professor Adisa Bello, who said the Council's responsibility is targeted at ensuring the protection of lives and property, warned the inspectors against deviating from the norm.
COREN ERM holds a special place in achieving national growth targets, as engineering infrastructure remains the bedrock of our national development. Regulation is the heart of government business. Therefore, we are grateful that the Executive Secretary found the time to hold this one-day workshop scheduled for all inspectors to discuss the modalities involved, reporting mechanism, and any other related issue or issues that would be required to carry out the assignment successfully in order to protect the investments and ensure the lifespan of the projects are achieved. It may interest you all to note that the infrastructure found in our schools today differ very much from those of the olden days. The inspectors are kindly requested to pay keen attention and contribute positively to the technical session as the session progresses.
If you want a particular project for a particular number of years, the engineer will give you the materials, will give you the design, and unless you deviate from there. And we have noticed that usually government projects are being given out as contracts, and the contractors usually compromise. And UBEC, other bodies do not have the enough number of professionals to monitor such projects. So we are ready as Nigerian engineers to partner with all these. Our professionals are here. We have over 60,000 engineers in this country, with other professionals So we are ready to work with any arm of government, with any industry, to help them monitor such things.
Both agencies had on 3rd March 2022 signed a memorandum of understanding mandating COREN to monitor UBEC matching grant intervention projects across the 36 states of the Federation and Federal Capital Territory (FCT). CNN News.